Welcome back to Thigh and I Plays Xenoblade Chronicles 3. On the last episode, potatoes. On this episode, anything other than potatoes. Colony Mew, we are back. Well, we never left. You know how it goes. That's how in between the episodes we are. We never left from this one table. We got up from the table, we're like, oh, that's it for this episode, folks, and then now we're here. We're here to discuss the future of Colony Mew. I feel like we've done that several times. We'll talk about Tao's potatoes first. Last episode, potatoes. This episode, we're still doing potatoes, apparently. Tao's potatoes. They've gone from Tao to 9 to Mew. I've been wondering, dangerous thinking lands, very, very dangerous. Between the potatoes from Tao and the potatoes from Colony 9, which do we think is tastier? Probably in Tao, because at least in Tao they know how to spice their food. Friendlands stumble upon ultimate question. Capital U, capital Q, ultimate question. Not even close, it's Colony Mew. See, for my money, the Tao Spud is best. It's got that sweetness and that little taste that lingers in the back of your throat. It's like that lingering sweetness, but starchy goodness. And it's just like, it's so good. Not sure myself. Well, I think I might prefer the Colony 9 ones. They don't fall apart as easily. I like that they're a bit more solid, like the people of Colony 9. Good folk over there. Looking at you, Uni. Best of the best. I suppose I'd have to go with Tao's. No deep reason, though. I just like Juniper more than I do Xeon, and that's a huge influence. Yeah, I don't know that I can choose. They're basically the same potato, considering, they've been grown from the same thing. And enough potato generations have yet to pass for new potato traits to arise. For me, Tao edges it, I guess. I haven't really thought about it too deeply either. They were just good, I think. Hard to go wrong with a potato. Riku has soft spot for Colony 9 potato. After witness struggles of Xeon to grow, eating elicit feeling of immense sympathy. You make a good point there, Riku. Alright, Xeon's got my vote too then. Well, that's got nothing to do with the taste anymore, does it? Please to wait. Banana need 3 whole days to consider question in adequate depth. It really wasn't that kind of question. If more people tackled more questions with that kind of decisive decision making. I must pontificate on this particular question of the universe for 3 days and 3 nights before I can answer. The world would be a better place. Anyway, let's hope we never have to talk about potatoes ever again. Changes in Colony Mew.
We should talk about this.
Should we? We probably should. I gotta say, I was worried for a minute there. But it seems like the mood in Colony Mew has really changed, don't you think so? They're doing well. They've got their fish. They've got, they're up on the mend. They're on the up and up, and they're on the mend. About the whole Irma thing. They got their potatoes. I think they're doing pretty rather well. I am merging all of the words. I can make my own dictionary about merged words. Merds. For sure, it feels like everyone decided to take on some degree of responsibility. Well, if they didn't have that mentality, they might all starve, and that's no bueno. Well, I'm so glad it all worked out. But Mio, hold on though. What is a bueno, and what's the difference between a good bueno and a bad bueno? Hold on, I'm getting a message. Moving on from this topic. This is how we change topics seamlessly. It's from Colony Mew. Why? Well, I have questions. I have an important question. Why on Earth, why on the architect's green Earth, would they send us a message through the iris when we are literally sitting at the middle of camp, in the middle of the colony, at their table? Why would they send us an iris message, but not when we're in Colony 9? Well, it's like, no. If you want to deliver potatoes and personnel, potato growers, you have to come all the way back over here so we can be like, oh, do we want it? Let's pontificate on it for 3 days and 3 nights. And then while we're doing this, you guys go back to Colony 9 and be like, oh, decide. And it's like, oh, we've got a message. They decided. And then we bring it all back. It's like, why? We're in the colony. We don't need to do this. Efficiency, Fiona. Oh, it's Tesore. I guess that can... whatever. I'm sorry to bother you. Where are you right now? The center of the colony. Oh, wait, don't go. Stop it. What are you talking about? Someone help. What's going on? Hey. Spark it. I lost them. What was that all about? I have no earthly idea. That voice sounded like it belonged to Tesore. It sounds like something's wrong. Let's go and check it out. Oh, is this what I think it is? The future I want to spin. Oh, is this what I think it is? If it is, oh, it's going to be an interesting quest. Oh, it almost certainly is. Oh, boy. Okay. This is going to be not a long-standing quest, but it is going to absolutely be an interesting one. Tesore, what's going on? I heard everything. I heard the commotion. Oh, hello. What's going on, everyone? I have come to ask you that question. That's what we wanted to ask you. By the sound of that message you sent, we thought you might need urgent assistance or something. Oh, that. Well, I mean, we do need some help, but I feel you might have misunderstood. Well, actually, we were, what the? It instant transmissioned right behind. It saw the crimson of Lance's Mobius jacket, and it tried to kill him. Where did this fella come from? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, hello, Lotus. This chunker is quite the rascal, though I think it's just trying to be playful. Ah, you found it. What a relief. Is anyone going to clue us in on what's going on? These are Ardens. They give us food. They wandered in from the outside at one point in the middle of the night and were like, we can milk this. And as such, we've been getting Armu milk forever. So the truth is, we were we were trying to raise the Armus. Armu milk is so tasty, as evidenced by the fact that we've been drinking nothing but Armu milk. We are really thirsty for water. Our bodies are dehydrated, despite the fact that we have an artificial energy boost from the very nutrient-rich Armu milk. There's so many roaming around that we're literally drowning in the liquid. Well, that was the reasoning, but what are we talking about? They're actually quite a handful. They keep trying to run away. It's because you keep draining them dry. Feed them some water and let them sleep. They can only go for so long. This one went missing a short while ago, which is why I called you in a panic. Right. So, sorry to alarm you all. I guess you can be forgiven. Oh, Gugu's got the last ones. Oh, thank you, Goo. You're a lifesaver. You know, some Goos are like that. Even Gugu is helping you. Why such tone of incredulity? It came wandering in Flower Patch. They're big trouble if he'd flowers Gugu painstakingly grow. We have to come up with something so we don't have to chase them every day. May I suggest a fence? Why not use fence? See, me and Goo, we're on the same wavelength. Then maybe they feel more calm, it feels safe. Or so Gugu heard. Ah, of course, a pen. You think Nico will give us materials? I have no reason to believe why she wouldn't. I think so. Let's ask Tallow and the rest to help as well. I won't be able to carry it all on my own. Tesore, can you take care of the Armus? Gugu, take care of the Ardens. You sound like you know what you're talking about. Where did you learn about the Armus? Puerile observation from the bushes. We've kind of been in an elongated stakeout with the Armus for about 3 months now. It's been, interesting watching their habits. Gugu think just reading books somewhere. Wait, that's not on syntax, don't think about it. Though not sure of any more details than that. Is there a textbook or something about them? If it doesn't ring, it's probably the size of a pamphlet. They're like, just take the milk and drink the milk, and you'll be like, oh, a delicious drink. If it doesn't ring a bell with you, Uni, then it probably isn't in any Kavesi text. Tyon, does this implicate that you believe that Uni is an avid reader? Because I can assure you, she reads like one thing and it's filled with smut of terrible quality. We try and get it off of her, but she always finds a way to get more. Guess it's not any blah 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 blah. Then I guess it's not in any Agnian Emmanuels either. There are too many N's in that sentence. Way too many. Or at the very least, back to back. At least not as far as I know. This is the first I've heard of purposely keeping Armus on colony grounds. I refuse to believe that. Do any other colonies keep Armus? No, I think this is the first. That is genuinely shocking. If neither of you know anything, then maybe the city might have the information we need. Let's go and look into it. Well, I suppose we are getting sidetracked. What are you talking about, Sana? Do not interrupt me. We need to go to the city to find a book about Armu rearing. And Arden rearing. This is weird. I honestly expected this particular side quest to come in on a lot sooner than it is, but, you know, I'm glad we're doing this now because there are mechanics involved in this one. So we need to go to the city, pick up a book, maybe some carrots and other things. Maybe, oh, well, whatever, to the city. And to the city we return. Monica. Well, not Monica. She's just always the first one I think of. Well, aren't you the one who helped us judge Miyabi's cooking contest? Oh, well, I need books. Well, offer welcome. Welcome to Pleased to Make Selves in Shop of Well home. Well, very confused. He read many books, but cannot language proper. Okay, moving firmly along. We're looking for a book, specifically about Armus. There is thing friend want to know about Armus? Well, love seeing curiosity in customers. All manner of beastly knowledge can be contained within tomes of well. But sea of knowledge is deep and vast. Friend need help of well to find? One specific book, preferably about Armu breeding. Well, if you could, that would be great. We're looking for books about raising the Armus. Ah, well have perfect intro textbook for that. It have, 2 volumes though, so, well must ask for full price on both. No can do for deal keeping. Oh my wings, you actually have something. Why would well not have something? Well have one of everything. Shop of well full of treasures from all places and all times. You want something from before the worlds split? Separated? Fused? What well trying to say is have very in-depth biological book on all processes from machina to hyentia to homs and blades. Well, very knowledgeable about all things.
Decisions.
$10,000? I'm gonna have to spend all my money. Well, I'm gonna buy them both. The Armu psychology and the Arden psychology. $5,000 a piece. Couldn't even get a single bit of discount. Well, you know, we have nearly $500,000, so we're not going to complain about this in the slightest. Come shop well again. We have our books. No, I'm not going to explore the city because that's just going to open the doors and create opportunities for more distractions, and we can only afford so many distractions. Back to Colony Mute to deliver our wonderful books full of wonderful knowledge about the intricacies and intimacies of the Armu, the humble Armu. Wonderful creatures they are. Tesore. I have your books. I have 2 books. And don't you just love knowledge? Here, you may read them quickly. I hope you're a speed reader. I have them rented on loan. Don't damage them. They cost me 10 grand.
What are we giving them?
You may have the books, though. I'm sure well will understand. Oh my god, they're actually holding the books. Wow, I can't believe you actually found a book on Armus. It's only like 4 pages, and it's just like a crudely drawn picture in crayon about an Armu and an Arden, and they're in a really weird position, and there's like the next page, there's a baby Armu. Very strange book, but extremely informative. I think it might be a bit difficult to follow, though. Like I said, the crayon, it leaves something to be desired in the more, fundamental aspects of all of this. Let's take a look. Whoa, there's a lot of pictures in here. And the crayon, the penmanship, the craftsmanship, the artistry, every aspect of this, it's phenomenal. Oh, my socks and sparks, I love it. They're so cute and pretty. This bit says something about adults. And also children? What does that mean? Right, oh, we have to give a talk of the birds and the bees to the children, we need to get Monica down here. She's the only one qualified to give this talk. Given the fact that she had a child, she would be the, where is Monica? We need to find her. Adults and children are, how should I explain this? I think the big ones are adults and the small ones are children, Lotus. Oh, you're right. There's labels on the pictures. It's just a crude crayon drawing of 2 Armus, but one is significantly smaller, and it just says children. No other explanation given. Guess you won't need to explain after all. Thank goodness. I would not be able to stomach that kind of thing. Oh, but, you know, Tyon likes the kids. He likes to teach as well, so teach about the kids? Tyon would be the second choice if Monica's not around. Third choice is Gondor, because she would make it hilarious. Oh, look, it talks about making a pen, too. Seems like Goo was right. Never doubt an Opon. Oh, and here's the part about feeding. Says it's important about what and how much they eat. It's meant to affect the milk's taste as well. Ooh, this is how we get chocolate milk. Lotus, we need to go ask Nico for cocoa beans. Sparks, I forgot to get the Armu fodder. I need to ask Nico for some pronto. Why Armu? Are we throwing them against some undefeatable enemy? How much do you need? Do you need food for the Armus? Even with all that Nico can spare, we only have about half of what the book recommends. Well then, how about I gather the rest? Well, that's what we're here for, I guess. Oh, collectathons. Or you could just feed them a little less. Ow! Don't even joke about such a thing, Lance. They will spearhead you on that giant horn. This one really has it out for me. All right, come off it. If we help, will you leave me alone? Contrary to popular belief, the Armu and the Arden is completely sentient and capable of understanding human speech. If you try and badmouth the Arden, they will trample you. Oh, thank you so much for offering. I'm so glad we don't have to do this ourselves. Should we give any food we find to you then, Tesore? Oh, yes, please. Thank you ever so much, Miss Mio. Heh, aren't they kind, little buddy? Oh, yeah, you better be unbelievably grateful.
Everyone's getting along.
Right, I should say, this is a quest with many features, and you will need much food. You will need so much food. What good little dudes. Looks like they've been waiting for ages for some food.
What was it they needed again?
Right, okay. I am going to talk you through this, because you'll almost certainly have several bits of all of the food from this list, but let me go through this. Armu barley is 10% filled, so it's like it'll fill up your bar 10%. Dish philodendron is a 4%, and that can be found in Daedal Isle. Armu barley, I should say, can be found around Colony Mew, so the areas in and around Colony Mew can be where you find the Armu barley. The frangible yam is also a 4% fill rate found in Daedal Isle. The plumage peach can be found pretty much all around Cadencia and is another 10% fill item. Heart peach? Yeah, heart peach is down here. Or no, dance apples first. Dance apples are also 10% and they can be found in Colony 9. Heart peaches, they're a pretty good one. They are a 20% fill rate, but they are found around Keves Castle region, specifically the Hovering Reef area. So go back and forth between the Hovering Reaches if you want to find heart peaches. They are pretty good. They're the best ones that we have. And then Accord acorns. They are also 4% found in Daedal Isle. And then the khaki kernel is a 10% found in the Fornus region, specifically the Shikashika Mesa. I don't know if I pronounced that name right, but that's where it is. So they are around everywhere, but that's what we got. So what do we have? We have Armu barley. We have enough for this. How much do we have elsewhere? Dish philodendron. That's 4. Plumage peach is 10. Yeah, I'll do 5 plumage peaches. And then 5 Armu barleys. There we go. Tesore, luckily for you, I already have the food. The peaches, not the peaches. The plumage peaches. The peaches and the barley, don't mix them together and don't let them sit. They'll make some kind of delicious peach rum. Although, no, you're a bit too young for. Don't mix them. It's not good. Thank you so much. This is going to fill all their little bellies right up. Now, there's just one last challenge for us. One last challenge, you say? We have to pick a big Armu and a big Arden and put them together. Apparently, the day after it rains, a new little one will be born. It's really important that they're compatible, so I'm trying hard to work out which ones go with which one. Compatible, you say? Just like how two people can be compatible? Maybe you should pick based on personality then. Personality, huh? Okay, here is where things can go off the rails and be really troublesome, because if you do not pick the correct combination of Armus and Ardens, then you are going to basically be at a stalemate. You are going to stagnate and plateau and all manner of just hard pause and stop this quest until you just luckily go into the correct one. There are 4 stages of this quest, and each stage you're going to have to pick the correct Armu to advance the quest to the next stage. So I am not going to mess around with any other nonsensical quests. I'm just gonna get this done. So the one we need to do for the first stage, the first time you pick, you want the easygoing Arden, right? Yeah, the easygoing Arden and the timid Armu. This one, you want the one last time for the people in the back. The easygoing Arden and the timid Armu. That is the first one that you need to pick. How about putting the easygoing, even Noah is reiterating, because you do not want to get this messed up, because it is a massive pain. You're going to have to go and make it rain. You're going to have to go and feed them again. It's just, you only want to do this at maximum 4 times for your own sanity's sake. So put the easygoing Arden with the shy Armu. Timid Armu. Noah, get the personality traits right. Although it's not like the Armu would, contradict you being shy and timid. I think the carefree nature of that Arden is less likely to scare the Armu. Oh yes, it's important that they feel very calm, the both of them. In that case, I guess we'll go with the pairing you suggested. Yes, I am resolute in my decision. Thank you so much. Then I think we found our pairing. Now we just have to wait for rain, right? Come to think of it, I think Goo mentioned something once that could help. Apparently, there's a powerful Nopon out there who can summon rain clouds. Ooh, I feel like we've already met such a Nopon. Maybe we can turn to that Nopon if we really need to then. Let's circle back when it's rained. Alright, we'll be waiting. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Alright, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna show this off once, just so we can get a full understanding of what we need. The Nopon that we need is not actually the one outside of Colony 9. It is, in fact, well, there is a second Nopon who can make it rain located in Cadencia, and it is all the way over here. So if you have the skip travel point, I know this one might seem appealing, the Anu Shoals camp. This is very misleading. You do not want to go to Anu Shoals. You need to come in from the giant zip line that's reaching all the way over here. So the best one to go to is not Anu Shores, it's actually the Sea Spray Lookout. So let's go to Sea Spray Lookout and take the zip lines over to where we need to go so that we can find and track down this Nopon. So we need to go this one, I believe, because that is where we're going. We need to go to that outcropping of rock over there, and Anu Shoals would take you down on the beach, and that is just no bueno. I don't believe there's a way up over there, so you definitely want to not be misled. Can I take this particular... Oh, yes, I can. I can shoot this one over here. Has this always been here? Should I have activated this before?
This goes here, that goes there.
And then we launched it. Thank you, Senna. But this is the one that you want to go to. The Nopon is very close over here. Once you climb up, you'll be able to find it. And the monsters over here, they're just high level 40s, like level 49, level 50 Gulkins, Moramoras. They're not so very difficult. By the time you're doing this quest, it's unlikely that they're going to pose in any way, shape, or form a challenge, even if they do fight you. But we are here for you, Pitta-Patta. But we're going to take your stuff first, because, this is a quest full of nonsensical nonsense. Pitta-Patta, I desire rain. Rain, oh rain, pitter-patter again. Oh, what song this, friend ask? It rain-calling song of Pitta-Patta. Pitta-Patta love rain. Love rain so much. Pitta-Patta and rain clouds are bestest of friends. You want rain to make visit? Okay, but Pitta-Patta need money to do best work. You still have to pay the 10,000 though. That is an unfortunate fact of life. If you want to force the world itself to cry, you're going to have to pay the Nopon gods. I'm thinking, friends, let Pitapata get in zone. Then Pitapata call clouds over. Rain. Oh, rain. Pitter-patter. Again.
Rain, how inconvenient.
Inconvenient. Tyon, have you forgotten the very purpose upon which we have come over here? Hit work. Rain make visit soon. Behold, power of friendship.
It's actually raining.
Yeah, Mio, that's how this
Let's
works.
get back to Colony Mu. See how the Armus are doing.
Yeah, of course, Senna. That's what we're doing. We can go back to Colony Mu. You don't have to wait for the rain to be over or anything else. You just have to spend the 10 grand and make it rain. Luckily for us, all of the monsters drop, 10,000. All of those Nopon chests, they only have singles, so we can make it rain rather effectively. But look at all those baby Armus. Wonderful. Gorgeous. Oh, nature's beautiful. No sparking way, there's more of them. They just popped out of the earth. Yep, 4 more to be exact. Looks like even more of them made little ones than just the pair we chose. Well, I mean, Armus and Ardens probably aren't the pickiest of creatures. We were just trying to think of what names to give them. Bob, Bob1, Robert, and Maximilian. Those are my names. Nico. Right, my brain short-circuited there. It's like error 404. That's the record-skipping sound effect, but all I could say was Nico. Okay, so take it from the top. Nico, and again, that's me, was against it. Wait, what? What were you against? I don't think we should give them names. It'll be harder to say goodbye if we do. How else are we gonna chop them up and eat them for their wonderful steaks, ribeyes, chuck roasts? Oh, even their tongues, Nico salivates. And I'm Nico. That's exactly why we should name them. They're all living things just like us. I want to thank them for coming into this world and call them by their own names. Right, they're living things just like us. Oh, I suppose we have to face that fact. I was gonna make hamburgers. You can be Dropper and Droppy Dun. That sounds like they're droppings. I think we need to do different names. As for you, you can be Hickory and Hickey Dun. I feel like that is a name that a particularly vivacious Nopon would give to Dunban. Or a promiscuous Nopon, depending on one's persuasion. And you little ones can be... I still think Bob, Bob1, Robert, and Maximilian would be great names. Oh, just relax, Tussie. You don't have to name all of them in one go. Yeah, exactly. We'll all give it a think as well. Hold on a second. I have an idea. It's on the tip of my tongue. No, if I'm not allowed to have the Arden tongues, please don't bring them up. Living things, just like us. Huh. She's got a point. There's no such thing as a life that just passes by without leaving a single mark. Maybe in Ionios, Mio, but I can guarantee you that such a life does very much in fact exist. Hey, have you ever tasted freshly squeezed milk before? Well, yes. One time when I was really young, I took a vacation to my family's farm in Ireland, and I had about as fresh milk as you could possibly get. It was, it's the same taste as you'd get out of a carton. It's more natural, is all I can say to that taste. It's so amazingly delicious. It's warmer than you might expect. I would have to guess I most probably have not. Wait, back up a second. Did you say squeezed? What's different about it? I am quite excited for you to try it out and see. Hold on, let me get you some. Nico will help too, as in me, Nico, I mean. You don't have to go to all the trouble for us. Trust me, we're good with the 2%. As long as they come from the Armus. Please don't give me Arden milk. I have a feeling that it might be a bit stickier. I think it would be wise to just accept their offer or risk showing bad manners. Anyway, if there's anything else you need help with, we're here for you. Oh, thank you so much for everything you've done for us. It would be amazing if you could keep helping us out on our new ranch. We will build you a house if you need. Armus and Ardens are being reared on this ranch, speak to Tesore to help out. Give enough food for them to grow up, pair an Armu and an Arden, and wait for the rain for baby time. I have a feeling that we need to really need to update them on the birds and the bees, because I have a feeling if they associate rain with babies, some gross misunderstandings might happen. Keep helping and eventually you might see some rare beasts. Take a load off and get ranching. This is the Red Dead portion of Xenoblade Chronicles 3, where we just own ourselves a ranch. Full-bodied Arden meat, that would have come in handy before. Well, it's not legendary quality, so it's pretty useless. Colony Mew's Armu ranch has been completed. Tesore resolved to make her Armus the happiest ones around. Oh, excuse me. Even as she grapples with the vicissitudes of life. Very strange word. Anyway, that is
Everyone's getting along.
the quest complete. But just because the quest is complete does not mean that this story is over. Tesore, what do these teensy Armus eat again?
What are we giving them?
Right. It will alternate. I believe there are 2 lists of items that alternate every time you do one of these quests. So the Armu barley is still 10%, or is this 25%? Interesting. I'm not entirely sure. Where is my list? Huh. Okay, the list is incomplete. I have a list of stuff that I had found before on the internet. But anyway, if this is 25, I believe from what I know of my own personal first playthrough, as well as the stuff on the list, there's 2 lists that interchange between every time you do this, every time you make a new batch of Armus. Essentially, the list will change. So the Armu barley in this one is the same. I think pulp grass is also pretty good. Yeah, pulp grass is another 25%, so we will... I mean, while we're here, I might as well. I'll just do this, just in case. Just so I can show it off. Right, okay. Pardon the clicks. Thank you ever so much. I'll make sure my Armus grow up big and healthy. Well, I'm glad to have fed them. Are we good? Some Armus have such a voracious appetite. They're raising through so much feed, it's crazy. If I don't restock soon, there might not be enough feed for all my precious darlings.
What are we giving them?
Do you need even more? It might not, you know what it might be? It might not be individual lists. It might just be items on the list that get shuffled. Does Armu barley, it's still 10%. All right, it might be whenever you do, I don't know how the mechanics of this works. I can't speak 100%, but you definitely want to do some of these. Fragrant grasses, what do we have a lot of? Drumstick leek, they're only 4%. Juicy melons. What about the cracker nuts? They're 20%. Can we do... all right. Another cracker nut. How... juicy melons. I'm only gonna do this once more. Beautiful shoots. They're 10%. And then... Shore drumstick leek. Alright, that's basically where I'm going to pause this quest for the moment. I've never really seen so much feed in one place. I really appreciate your help. Oh, that's right. My new sweeties have names now. Lotus and Goo are kind enough to help think them up with me. Oh, please tell me you don't need even more. Thanks to all your help, my adolescent darlings are almost all grown up. And of course, that means I'll need to increase their portion size just a little bit more again.
What are we giving them?
Wonderful. Okay, so we're back to the original list of foods. Armu barley is still 10%? No, 5%. At some point, I know that the amount of, like, the percentage yield from each item halves, and I do believe we reached that point. So if you definitely want, one of the good items I know you can get is the red Namiko. It's not in this list, but when you find the red Namiko, that one can be found in the Sandbar Hulk's Fabricator. So some of these items, I don't exactly know which ones can be found in Cadencia region Fabricators. So if you want to go to the worn out Hulks in all of the areas that you've been to try and find some, that would be a recommended one. But I am not going to focus on this anymore for the moment. What my plan is for the Armu farms is I'm going to start off every subsequent episode with a little bit of progress towards this quest until we're done, because we will have enough We will have enough episodes and content to do this, but if you wanna bang it out, it's rather tedious. Although, if you want to bang it out right now and you don't want to bother looking up all of the things, the first one was Easygoing Arden and Timid Armu, which is the one we already did. We started this quest off with it. The next one is the Naughty Armu and the Considerate Arden.
Plumage is everywhere.
Yeah, you need to stop complaining about the feathers. The third one is the Gourmet Armu and the Excitable Arden. And the fourth and potentially, hopefully final one is the Naughty Armu and Brawny Arden. So those are the ones you need to look out for and pair up if you want to bang out this quest. So, with that out of the way for the moment, we are going to go back to Colony 9 and see what's going on with... Oh, we had a quest. Not a quest. We had a discussion topic. Can we do that from here? Do we have to go back to Colony 9 right away? I don't believe we do. Oh God, gossip. Oh no. I just love fresh milk. It makes you cry tears of happiness. It's that tasty. I mean, it's good. Doesn't it just? Puts a real spring in your step. It does. We've got to keep working hard on our farming so that everyone in the colony can be just as cheerful as us. Lively Colony Mew. Okay, well, apparently we're doing the gossip game.
To eat then, no?
Shut up about the food, Xeon. We're here for gossip, no other purpose. Let's go track down this last bit of gossip. I guess we can hold a conversation. I swear to the high heavens and the architect above and below. Maineth, Klaus, Galea, Zanza, I swear. If I have to deal with more quests, I'll cry. Where is this last stupid thing? Gossip, Tallow, where? People, talk, please. Let me go and find it. Really quickly. Oh, there we go, just outside the potato patch. The squad captains aren't bickering with each other anymore. Oh, that's good to know. Thank goodness for that. Everyone in Colony Mew can now work together as one. One body, one mind, one incredibly cohesive unit. A new topic to talk about. Oh, we have so much to talk about. We'll talk about Colony Mew since we're here, and then we'll talk about the stuff going on. Ellis, I believe. Was Ellis the one with the Colony 9 concern?
Yeah, you can't always give 100%.
Sometimes you just need to give like 90%. And then sometimes you need to give like 20%. As long as it averages out to 100%, you're doing well for yourselves. It is Ellis, okay. But gosh darn it, it's a quest. Okay, we're doing this. Hopefully we can bang this out really quickly. Hey, you know when you set out to cheer someone else up and then end up feeling better yourself? You know what I'm talking about? Actually, no, I don't. I've never cheered up anyone in my life. Oh, me, I got it. Colony Mew, right? It's raining and we're in the middle of the colony. Uni, please, now is not the time for playing coy. Exactly. Mio, you're way too nice to let her get away with this nonsense. You guessed just from that. Heh, it's just because I was thinking the same thing. It sounds like the ranch is going gangbusters and the colony's got some of its old mojo back. They're taking life one day at a time. They're full of vitality, radiant, shining energy. I think everyone's eager to rise above our old limitations. They recognize it in each other. They remember the times they cried together, all the pain and the hard work. Everyone does their best to show the others that they're not giving up and support one another that way. You've gotten a bit more cheerful too, Fiona. Surely you've noticed that, right? Heh, sure. Maybe a little. No, I don't want to hide anymore. Not from myself and not from the world. I want to face the future with a smile. Shoulder to shoulder with my friends. Ah, now I understand. Your pure resolve shines like a beacon, illuminating all those around you. It does? Oh, wait. I just remembered. Aya's asked me to pass on a message to all of you. A message? For us? Sounded like she had a request of some sort. Man, I can't believe I almost forgot. Well, it has been a busy time. Oh, no worries. You remembered in time, and that's all that matters. Worst case, we'll apologize together and double down to get it done in half the time. Aw, Zenny. To try and ensure that it doesn't come to that, perhaps we should try and act swiftly. We are literally in the middle of town. Why hasn't Aya asked us herself? That sounds fair enough. Let's go see what Ayase needs. Let's hope that this is quick. Let's just hope that this is quick because, oh, the side quests. Apparently we're doing Colony Mu stuff. I wanted to go in order, you know, Colony 9, and then Gamma, and then 4, 30, Iota, 11. I still don't remember what Izzard's colony name is. Why am I so brain dead when it comes to this? I'm sorry. Yeah, activate. Yes, put Fiona in the party. As long as it gets Xeon out of the way, I am content. Ayase, you have need of us, perhaps? I am here to give you whatever assistance you desire. Ah, Fiona, you're late. Apologies. It's like we were eating the Armus steaks. Oh, I'm so sorry. It just totally slipped my mind. The power of fresh Armu milk. It's, really potent. No, I'm only teasing. It's all good, really. I'm glad you enjoyed your meal. I'm actually a bit relieved to know you've got your own Tyrkin-brained moments, Fiona. Oh, relieved already. You were nearly shaking just a minute ago. Are you mad at me? Of course we're not mad at you. But I put a lot of stuff on your shoulders and caused a lot of pain. Really, if anything, I'm mad at myself. But hang on, we're not here to talk about me. We figured out some points to think on, and we know who our real enemy is. Then we were like, well, what do we do now? And then we had an idea. And we were wondering if you wouldn't be willing to maybe give us a hand with it if it's... Let me make a long story short. We want you to capture Colony Mu, and obviously we mean for real. Capture? Have you gone a bit funny? What's wrong with you? Well, think about it. Those Mobius people have a huge amount of power, yeah? So we figured we'd need some really special training to prepare for their attack. Simulated defensive maneuvers against hypothetical Mobius aggression. I guess us Ouroboros would make for a pretty accurate mock enemy force, huh? Right, I see. Alright then, I guess this time we'll be on opposite sides. Nope, you're on the attack, Fiona. Huh? We can't rely on you for everything, can we? That way we'd never grow. Yeah, we want to change too. I've had enough of sad goodbyes. And I promised Summer she could leave the colony in our hands. Alright then, if that's how you want it, then I won't hold back. What are the rules of engagement for the exercise then? No oddball tactics on either side. And, well, I guess that's about everything. A lot of us are kinda inexperienced, so we want to have a straightforward contest to start with. Understood. Sounds good. In that case, we'll attack from Migros Rosary's side. Nice. I'll send Nico to wait there, so let her know when you're ready to begin. Looking forward to it, Ouroboros buds. Okay, well, you guys thought you would get by without having any combat in this episode, and you were almost correct. But we're doing this now. There's going to be a mock battle. We are taking a page out of Teach's teacher handbook, and we are going to stage our own mock battle. But instead of the purpose of training up a bunch of greenhorns, we're going to be training up a bunch of greenhorns. Wow, maybe we should get Teach to officiate, judge, offer advice. Anyway, Nico, we're here. Hopefully, well, this isn't our first foray into teaching, so we should be good to handle this. Hello, welcome, and thank you. Now, if you'd be so kind and head through Colony Mu's main gate to begin your attack, please, and thank you. When you defeat all of the soldiers, the exercise will be over. Are you all ready now? Yeah, sure, why not? Got it. Well then, best of luck, and have fun. Colony Mu is now in a training exercise. Talk to Nico if you want them to take a break. We absolutely do not. We need to go straight for Colony Mu. Oh, we are so much pent-up aggression. Real combat. We're going to destroy every one of them. They are filled with, well, essentially your standard bog basic Agnian enemies. You've got your scouts, you've got your healers, you got your vanguard. They are the same batch of unfortunately titled people as always, but some of them are unique. Like this one has Michaela. We definitely can focus down on Michaela if we want, but we're not going to. Each of the groups of enemies are the different teams of all of the named characters in Colony Mew. So, Team Michaela. I believe Team Michaela is all about, like ranged ether attacks. So, it's genuinely not a super difficult series of fights. Like, all of them are quite a bit easy compared to some of the other fights you might be a part of. It's like they're not starving, so they're not going to be difficult fights. I'm pretty sure the named ones, as you might expect, have quite a bit of HP. Or, well, not a bit of HP. It would go by faster if we had more attackers or high-level attackers. The only attackers we have are Lance, who is, a really awful class at the moment. And then Senna, who is not the highest amount of damage. I don't know if I ever explained how Sagiri's class works in battle, but essentially, I'm almost certain I have, but I'm going to do it again anyway. It's all about inflicting debuffs. So, Tyrant Cross is definitely the one you're going to be using a lot. It inflicts one random debuff, and then I believe they have an art where they can spread the debuffs to a bunch of enemies, so you definitely should be aware of that. But if you did notice, there are 24 enemies to go and fight. So I am going to... Which one is this? We're going to fight Tallow first. Or, well... Right, okay, yeah, team... I'll do a little blurb about each team as we get to them, and then we can cut out the rest of the fighting, because if we don't, we will literally be here forever, and this episode is already running long enough for an entire side quest full of 24 enemies to fight. But essentially, Tallow's team is all about quick double hit attacks. They're all wielding like double swords, so they got, what are these? They're the dual blades. As evidenced by the name, they have two swords, and they're all very powerful. Well, not powerful, but they do pretty swift auto attacks, and that's that. So Team Tallow, they've got like no defenses, so they really shouldn't put up much of a fight.
I hope everyone will be okay.
It's not good training unless you really go for it. Well, we've been found.
Next up is Team Shu, and as evidenced by the fact that they have, two pairs of guns, they are all about the ranged ether attacks. The other one had rifles, these ones have pistols, and they are still weaker, as evidenced by the fact that that one went down near instantaneously. So that's fine. The blasters, they have really little defense, so you don't have to worry about them much, but given the fact that they do have the blasters, you do have to be aware of the multiple auto attacks. If you are at a lesser level than them, which, I mean, technically is possible. It might be a point of concern, but, it's really not. So all we have to do now is Shu. It's a Shu-in, this portion of victory, because it's, Shu is just, slightly stronger than the average blaster. So they may start blasting, but we are going to survive easily. Next up is the team of Tesore. She has put down the Armu rearing manual and has picked up a gun. Luckily, they are, more fools, more gun-touting fools. They have the big guns and they got low HP, as evidenced by the fact one of them is already down. Same rules apply as the other ones. Tesore is rather weak. We are going to destroy them in short order. Team Kanata is up next, and they are going to be probably the most defensive group of individuals that you find in this particular bit of training, because they are the vanguards. And as the vanguards, they are an entire set of 3 defenders, so you would definitely want to... Well, I mean, it won't be that difficult because, I'll put it on any combo. They are still, pretty rather weak, given the fact that they are just Agnes Vanguards, but, they're still going to be the ones who take the longest because they're defensively minded. I will say another thing that they do have access to, I believe they have... No, that was us. Never mind. I was about to say that they have movement shackle abilities, but they do not. That was us. We're very defensively focused. No, debuff focused at the moment. So, Kanata, you're going down, I am sorry to say. You're doing rather well with your defenses, but you seem a bit confused. So, 10 out of 10 for effort, but, you know, execution, you know, like 6. Next up is Team Lotus. They are, as always, or well, as evidenced by the fact that they have 2 swords, a team of duo blades. Will they? Oh, they actually managed to down Senna. If they focus down on one person, they're probably gonna go down, but that's just because, you know, Senna had the aggro from attacking first. Aside from that, still the same as any other team full of duo blades. Low defense, easy enough to deal with, because low HP and low defense. They're glass cannons, but they're not even particularly dangerous cannons. So, Team Lotus, A for effort, but probably closer to like 5 on the execution rating. Next up is hiding away in this crevasse, trying to hopefully survive, is Team Hilda Marie, and they have even more swords. Oh my goodness gracious, they're so powerful they even took down Senna. And that's entirely because everyone got stuck on the tiny little incline at the front of the canyon. Does that mean that Senna is going to be perpetually stuck? No, Tyon is here to come and rescue us. Well, that's good, I guess. So, again, I don't know how much more I can say about the fact that they're dual blades. Low defense, low defense, low HP, high attack. Just beat them. Hilda Marie, you know, A for effort, 1 out of 10 on the executions because I'm really tired. It's 3 in the morning, and, you know, this fight's been going on for quite a while. We're almost done, though. All right, with Hilda Marie out of the running, our last group of enemies is Team Ayase. And they are probably the most dangerous ones here. And I mean, like, that's, you know, a rather low bar to clear, but it's still a bar that they've cleared. They are so powerful, in fact, that Ayase forcibly enables manual controls. So let that be a lesson to everyone at home. You're going to fight this yourself. But her 2 minions, I believe they're just spear folk. They're just skirmishers. So they've got a decent, a fair enough balance of, you know, the defenses and the offenses. But they're still not the super toughest of all enemies that exist. Oh, I was about to say, Uni looked like someone else. Anyway, take down the skirmishers first. It'll just help. Ayase herself also has a spear. Rigid Body. Does that increase her defenses? Yeah, Rigid Body is an art of hers that just increases her defenses. Not the most important of arts because, well, yeah, they're only level 60. And, like, I know we're level 65, but, like, it's not... The levels mean less compared to the actual stats, and Ayase as just a named NPC, yes, but a general Agnian NPC is not as difficult as, let's say, any of the Mobius. So, she's almost always dead. Well, she's dead right now, so massive success, I guess. Glad that this is finally done and out of the way. We have assaulted and destroyed Colony Mu. Congratulations to everyone. Oh, you guys are strong. I can't believe it. I mean, we had the numbers, we had the home turf advantage. Oh, to be fair, we did give up the having Fiona advantage. I will say, having all of the debuffs from having Fiona and Fiona's class on the party probably accounted for a lot of the speed upon which we fought. But still, I thought we'd be able to hold out a little longer than that. You held out for basically an entire night, which, I mean, kudos to you. That's pretty impressive. Although, hey, hang on. Using the Ouroboros power. That's basically like cheating, right? Well, I mean, yeah. I won't say no. I mean, there's 2 of them turning into one big thing. I mean, technically that would give you an even bigger numbers advantage if I turned 2 guys into 1 guy. Like, logistically, you should have the advantage, but, you know, it probably doesn't account for the massive increase in power. And it changes shape. It does change shape several times. Although, technically, I'm like 2 guys merged into 1 guy. I've got 2 forms, 1 guy with 2 appearances. It's pretty cool. I will say, I agree with you, Lotus. How does that make it better? Well, it doesn't. I'm just saying. It stings, I won't lie. Ah. Even you think so, eh, Kanata? I thought you'd be more stoic about it all. Oh yeah, I'm surprised myself. Never felt this way before. Well, still, I've learned a lot today. Me too, Kana. Me too. Fiona, what is your wonderful pearl of wisdom to offer? I know it stings, but the outcome of the exercise is less important than what we've learned from it. So let's talk it out, all of us. Good plan. All right, so here's what I thought. Well, I thought, wow, are we weak or what? Yep, ditto. Did we just learn what we're really worth? You held out for an entire night. Don't put yourself down that far. Keep in mind that Ouroboros and Mobius are really pretty unique. Yeah, if we're gonna fight them, we probably shouldn't just pile in head on. So basically, it looks like once they get inside the colony, we're dead. So we should try and keep them out. We can make the gates stronger. Even if they break through, they'll have bought us enough time to do something. Something like what kind of something? Hit them with a huge blast while they're standing in place or something? Whoa, cool. You know, you scare me sometimes. Kanata appreciates the sentimentallo, but it's not a bad plan at all. We can make blah, 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 blah. All the fighting, it's addled my brain. We could use the time we buy to make our escape. Live to fight another day and all that. First items first, reinforce the gate. We'll make it mega, mega, mega tough. Then we better make it mega, mega, mega quick. Nico, materials, now on the double. Oh, if Nico, I must. Nico, again, I will tap into the good stuff. If we're preparing for the worst, then I'd like to have an escape route secured. Like a ship. A ship? Whoa, bonkers cool. I know, right? Wonder if the Armus will fit as well. Probably not. Well, we will need rations, and we'll get sick of fish really quick. We can think about the actual means later. For now, let's all get all plans out in the open. Even stuff we never did before, or stuff you never thought of trying. Let's hear everything and anything. We'll need all the help we can get, so let's review all of our options one more time. I agree with Fiona. Same here. Oh, Sparks, now it's getting exciting. Now it's reinforcement time. Hey, Fifi, we haven't done this thing in a while, but now is the perfect time. Huh? Here? Now? No time like the present. Doing the thing will definitely put us in the right headspace. Go on, Fiona, let's do it. All right, let's do it. Trust your crew. And trust yourself. Trust in victory. All hearts as one. We'll make it together. A new path for a new Colony Mu. Heck yes. Oh yes, with the backing of Ouroboros support, we will make this colony a fierce competitor. They've grown so strong. It's more impressive than they're not just focusing on winning or losing, but coming to grips with the future. Kinda proud of them, won't lie. Hey, come on, join in the discussion. We have questions about your Ouroboros powers and the like. Oh, alright, whatever we can do to help. It's not just about helping. We're all friends here, right? We should work this out as a team. We have to plan together if we're gonna make it together. Haha, should have seen that one coming. Classic Fiona, let's go then. Cool. Cool beans. Hey, I just wanted to say, I'm really glad that we met. Huh? Well, that's kind of sudden. No, it's not. I've always thought so. And I promise to keep doing my best. Fiona, you're a doll. We love you, Fiona. Fiona's the best of us. Colony Muse Resolve. 4,000 EXP. The requested training went off without a hitch. Its unity now stronger than ever. Colony Mu has taken another step forward.
Everyone's getting along.
Wondrous. Absolutely wondrous. You know what that means? That means we got 2 entire quests done today. Even if we only got...
Everyone's getting along.
Well, I mean, that question mark says we haven't gotten that done completely, but it's not really a quest, so... We got 2 quest complete notifications, so everything...
Everyone's getting along.
is good. Everyone is getting along. Stop talking, Senna, about the stupid affinity chart. Stop talking about the affinity chart. With Agnes Castle in the background and Colony Mew in the foreground, we are going to leave things off here. Maybe there might be more side quests in Colony Mew in the next episode. We'll have to see if I go down this cliff and find more gossip. But that will be for the next episode. So whether you guys... What?
What have we got around here?
A failed outro. Whether you guys watch this episode for 30 seconds or the entire thing, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next episode of Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Later.